What's going on, guys? Oh my, Godzilla here, and holy wow, did Playmates just cook with this Ultimate Titan Battle Pack. So cool. The repaints on these guys are amazing. The packaging and display, gorgeous. I love this thing. Playmates is on another level right now, guys. I'm super excited to take a look at this set with you. Without further ado, let's jump right in. Oh my god! Alrighty, guys, so taking a look at this set, this is the Ultimate Titan Battle Pack, and Playmates just kind of dropped this. Like, they didn't announce it, they didn't do it, any promo for it. People just started seeing it online and posting about it, like, hey, this is in stores. Did we know this was happening? No idea. So here it is, though. Includes 5 Titans. You got Godzilla, Kong, Shimo, Skar King, Mothra, and all of them are repainted, maybe, except for Mothra, maybe. But they look absolutely gorgeous, and I wanted to take one more second to just appreciate this packaging, guys. It's awesome. You got the Godzilla and Kong down here in the bottom. Got the logo. The Ultimate Titan Battle Pack, tons of Hollow Earth crystals. You got the includes 5 Titans there on the top corner. Moving to the back of the packaging. Check this out. What the heck? That's so cool. Take a quick second and, if you want to pause and read any of these goodies, tons of cool little bios for each of these monsters. And this is so cool. All these pictures are so crisp, so cool. Godzilla doing his epic roar. Kong charging into battle. Mothra looks beautiful. Skar King doing his intimidating point with the crystal, and Shimo just doing a giant icy roar. This is such a cool box, guys. I wanted to buy 2 of these to keep one in the packaging. I still might, who knows. But guys, there's the packaging, absolutely gorgeous. Let's take a look at the figures. Ladies and gentlemen, unboxed and put together, here are the 5, and these figures, once again, are so beautiful. Guys, let's take a look at them individually. We got to start with Godzilla, so same atomic breath here, so we're going to kind of just take that out and deal with that whenever we feel like it. But here is Godzilla, amazing pink glow, like he's super charged, like he was, and a couple of scenes, obviously the Playmates, they went a little more over the top, but they didn't ever look quite like this, but he's got that pink kind of just radiating out from underneath his skin, totally taking over control. Really cool eyes. I wish they gave him a little bit more of a, I wish you could kind of see his eyes instead of just kind of painting pink over them. So there's not really any eyes, just kind of has the eye holes, which I guess if you look at it too much, it's a little weird, especially on this side, where there's a little less pink. That's definitely a little strange. But this figure is absolutely gorgeous. I love the, have the kind of this brownish gray and the pink mix and match. The translucent pink spines are so cool. I did not expect the spines to be translucent. This just looks absolutely gorgeous. We'll take a look at it with some light here in a little bit. But then the back of the tail, just painted, kind of almost a darker color on the tail than was used on the body, and no translucent on the back of the half of the tail, obviously, but just very cool to see that they went ahead and did this with this figure. No new sculpts, obviously, again, with all 5 of these guys. These sculpts are all going to be reused, but the paint apps on them are going to be very unique, very different. I wish these were translucent. How cool would it be if those elbow spikes were translucent as well? So same kind of stuff that you could expect with the last one. Head articulation, a little bit, it's kind of tight there. Mouth articulation. Mouth is painted pink as well. And the teeth, again, on this sculpt, I've complained about it before. I wish the teeth were a little bit more prominent. You could see them a little bit better, but I'd rather them be a little small than big and goofy. You get the arm articulation. Obviously, you can go 360 on the arms there. Legs kind of move back to there, up to there. The tail, you had to obviously attach. It's on a ball joint, so you can kind of get some movement out of it. And then you can also get this 360 spin, but then you get that piece of articulation as well. And then the feet do articulate as well, 360 spin on those guys as well. So same stuff that we had to deal with the last figure, but just this absolutely gorgeous looking repaint. Kong is once again paired with the Heave vehicle. No changes on that. It would have been cool if we got a little Hollow Earth repaint on that. Maybe the print when he kind of blends in with the vertices. That'd have been sweet if they had done that. But no repaint on this, but that's okay. We do have a repainted Kong though, and it's very, very good. He's got the same scars. He's got big open roar face. The eyes look good. And the repaint with the Kong, obviously, is all this white. And I was talking with Louis Duran, who, by the way, totally hooked me up with getting this set. He found one and sent me the barcode, and I was able to go find one at my Target. So thank you. A huge shout out to Louis. Check out his channel if you haven't already. He's the man. But I was talking with him, and his theory, which I happen to believe, is, when Kong's holding up Skar King and Shimo's hitting him with the frost breath, Kong takes a little bit of that residual ice kind of coming around to him. So I think that's what this repaint is inspired by, is the ice coming off of Skar King's body from Shimo's frost breath. So I think that's what it is, and it's very cool. It looks good. It's very cool, and further confirmation, it looks cool, but it's further confirmation, I think that theory is correct, is it's only on the side of his arm with the Beast Glove, the one he was holding Skar King in. So I think that theory is correct. I wish they had painted this side. A little bummed they didn't paint this side, but I think we got that with the last Kong as well. Scars look good. Face looks good. Kong's repaint's not quite as exciting as Godzilla's. Godzilla's is just next level, but the Kong one is very cool as well. Same deal with the articulation. 360 on the head. Arms have tons of mobility. They're on, they're on that swivel hinge, and they move 360. Good articulation at the elbow. This wrist, no articulation. This wrist, you can get the spin on there. Beast Glove arm does not articulate. No articulation at the waist. I do wish we got that. It would have been cool to have a second piece there, but nothing there. That's fine. The legs, get that pivot, and they move pretty well as well. Knees, bend, feet, no articulation on the feet. But Kong is well articulated, and he looks great. I love this repaint. Very unique, very cool. If you could open his hand up a little better, it'd be really cool if you could put Skar King in the hand. It'd be cool if Skar King came, like, you know, had a frozen version of Skar King. That'd be very cool. Playmates, maybe you could do that next. Mothra and B.E.A.S.T. This is actually the first time I've seen either of these two in person, because I've yet to be able to find a Mothra in the regular, like the regular version of Mothra. So Mothra looks very good. Gorgeous detail on the wings. This is absolutely phenomenal. And like I said, I don't have the Mothra, so I can't 100% confirm, but I've heard from people who do have the Mothra. This is seemingly not a repaint. So Mothra might be the exact same. But the wings on Mothra look absolutely gorgeous. I love the big, I love the eyes. Love just the detail and color on them. Really cool. Both the underside and the top side. And then the bottom set of wings is detailed just as well. So that's very cool. Good articulation out of the wings too. You can fold them kind of all the way down and then all the way up. So she's very posable. I wish she came with a little flight stand. That'd be cool. Just like a little piece of plastic to prop her up on, because you can get some good poses out of her with these wings. And they're on these swivel joints too, so you can kind of flap them out like this. Just very posable, very gorgeous. This is a great looking Mothra. Face is a little more basic, not painted overly much. No articulation on any of these legs here. But Mothra looks very good. Little black tips on her claws, very cool. Painted on the back. I wish her body was painted a little bit better. There's nothing on her body. Just the head paint and the little toe and the little claw paint. But aside from that, this Mothra is super good. Very the wings are very posable, which I love. I love that the wings aren't just kind of like just a stiff, the only thing you can do is flap up and down. They're very posable. I love the fact you can rotate them. That is very cool. And then we do have this little tiny faceless B.E.A.S.T. Not much to be said about her. She's got a green jacket and stuff. Hair, pants, boots, whatever. There's B.E.A.S.T. Shimo and her frostbite blast. Very cool to see that once again making the comeback. But again, we've already seen this piece, so we will not talk about that. We'll just talk about this very cool, unique repaint that Shimo got. It's kind of like a blue, icy tone kind of thing. Very cool. I like it. It's very consistent over her entire body, with the exceptions of kind of her, her feet don't get it too much, and then her underside does not have anything. But very cool. My favorite thing about this Shimo repaint, look at those eyes. So much better than, they're a little bit big, but they look gorgeous. She's got it almost looks like she's got a little mascara going, but they're so much more prominent. They pop so well. They look great. She looks great from the front. Very good. In the mouth, not too much, detail aside from the tongue painted there. Top has nothing, just the hole for the atomic breath piece to go. But I'm loving this blue repaint. It's very, very cool. It's very good what they did. And then Shimo, again, is pretty articulate. She's a ball joint head, so very good up and down. You get the side to side. So very posable head. The mouth opens way too wide, so you get that good piece of articulation. And then both of her front arms are on very good swivel balls, so they can get 360, as well as moving out and in. Feet do rotate 360 as well. Back legs are not on the swivel balls, but they're on just a swivel that allows them to go about from the back to the front. So plenty of articulation on the back legs, and the tail you had to attach yourself. It's on the same ball, same as Godzilla's. So good articulation out of that. But I just really, really love the repaint they did on Shimo, especially, like I said, guys, her face, absolutely gorgeous. I love those. I just love how much her eyes pop compared to the other versions. Last but not least is the Skar King. And he's got kind of like a fiery paint to him. It's kind of what seems like, he's hanging out by the lava. Lots of cool little yellows on his, just parts of his body. Interesting that they gave, that's the line that they chose. The top of the shoulder and then like the inside of the forearm. So that's kind of interesting that they chose that, because this one's a straight line more or less, top and top. But whatever. Legs have the same effect, as well as kind of the whole back of him. His back, the top of his head. So a lot of that kind of the fiery effect, I guess is what we'll call it. He still has a little bit of a pain to stand. You got to kind of find the right spot for him. But he looks great. And then my favorite thing about Skar King is, same as Shimo, look at the eyes. He's got his glowy yellow eyes. Very, very much adds to just like his evil essence that he carries with him. So that's very cool. I love that they did those eyes that way. It looks great. Articulation with him is very good as well. The head, it's a little tight, but you can get 360 if you force it. The arms are very articulate. Again, same as Kong's, are on that swivel, but they also spin. Forearms will also spin and rotate. Both hands get 360 out of the hands. Skar King does have chest articulation. Unlike Kong, he does have chest articulation, so that makes him very posable. You get 360 and then good, kind of an ab crunch out of that. And then again, the legs, very posable as well. Move inside, move up and down about there. Knees will get about that. And the feet, like Kong, again, are not articulated, interestingly enough. But Skar King, very posable. I love that we get the ab crunch. We can kind of look down at stuff. You can get some good poses out of him. I'm actually surprised he stands in that way. And then you can obviously take the Whipslash off and, put that in his hand and pose him with that. I think it looks better, just because it curves so hard, because it comes wrapped around his body like this. I like to just keep it up on his body. I think it looks better. It poses better instead of just sitting all curled up in his hand. So there's the Skar King. Next thing I wanted to do is just show a quick comparison of the couple of different versions of each of these figures that we have seen. So obviously here's the standard Godzilla Evolved. He does have the translucent red spines. Pretty basic design. Here is the Battle Pack one, the one that came in the 2-pack with the Shimo. So there is kind of with the blue glow on him. And then here is our standard, or the new one, that came in the giant battle pack. So very cool to see all three of these guys next to each other. They look great. And this new one just catches the eye. It's so beautiful. An army of Shimos. There's our different Shimos. Obviously, once again, the standard being over here on the left, the new one in the center, and then the battle pack one, the one that came in the 2-pack, once again, is here on this side. One thing I do like about this one that this new figure did not get, I love that the headpiece is kind of back to being a translucent, and it is a different color translucent. You can tell it's a little bit more purple. The camera's not picking it up quite as well as in real life, but trust me. But one thing I like about this figure that this one did not get the treatment of is the spines did get some cool, some cool little spritzes of that paint in here. So in the top of the head crest got that as well. I wish they had carried that over and given a little bit brighter, especially if they kept it translucent. Done a brighter streak here and then maybe a brighter streak down the middle. I think that would have added to this figure very well. So that is something nice that this figure did. But obviously this guy's got a lot more paint on this version of her. And then once again, taking a look at the eyes, whereas this is just kind of a blue dot in a eye kind of area. This one they really upped the game and made that so much cooler. Good job, well done, Playmates. Here is the Kong side-by-sides, obviously, again, standard, new one, and the 2-pack Kong. So obviously this guy, a lot more action, a lot of that red kind of on the chest and arms and legs, nothing on the back again, but whereas this one has stuff detailed on the back, so that's very cool to see that they added to the back there. Definitely different on the eyes. I like what they did on this new version. The old version had nothing wrong with it, but this new version is very cool that, the eyes were totally something that, they could have just left, and not many people would be like, oh, I really wish they changed the eyes. But I'm so glad they did change the eyes. It's very cool. It adds to the figure very much. Here is the side-by-sides for Skar King, standard new one, and the 2-pack one. One thing that they did on the 2-pack that they did not do on this one is the Whipslash is actually a different variant. They colored it differently. They gave it a little bit of the kind of, he's got kind of this new brown and red paint introduced to him. And they carried the brown paint into the head of the Whipslash. It almost seems like a little bit of it came into the middle here, but they definitely colored the head. Something that they could have done, it's pretty easy. Even if they had kind of gone dramatic with it and given it, just painted like the whole tip of it blue or something. Or just, they could have completely retooled. I know they didn't, make new molds for this set, but it would have been cool to see them retool the Whipslash to make it actually more accurate, because obviously it didn't have a bone jaw at the end. It had the crystal. So it would have been, even if they had just painted this blue, kind of alluded to the fact that, like, hey, look, now it's the crystal, since we can kind of give you more spoilers for the movie. But again, these two have just kind of the standard blue eyes, and on the new variant, he's got those cool piercing yellow eyes. Looks very cool. I'm glad they did that. So well done for that change. But again, it would have been cool to see them upgrade the Whipslash. But that is, there's the side-by-sides for Skar King. And I am sorry, Mothra. Like I said earlier, I do not have the regular 6-inch version of Mothra, so I have no idea if there are subtle differences here. Unfortunately, you'll have to check out somebody else's video, of what I'm sure there are going to be a million of. A lot of people are excited that this is out. So check out another video for a side-by-side comparison for a Mothra. I wanted to take a look at the transparency features of these two figures without any lights. Starting with Godzilla, that's a pretty cool shot right there. I love that they did these spines translucent, and it's really cool that they changed the color. Like I said, we have, these are the pink translucent spines, whereas the standard version is a red translucent spine. So very cool to see those under the light, very transparent. You can definitely get some cool angles if you kind of get the light hitting them right. You can get some very cool kind of shine through on those spines. And then there's Shimo's. Her spines are not quite as translucent as Godzilla's, but they still get some very cool blue kind of lighting. The head spines are also translucent. Very much so, to the point of, that it just kind of almost shines right through them if you catch it too direct. So you got to be a little more subtle with it, but the head spines are also translucent. That's a pretty cool shot there. Not bad. I like the glow. That's pretty sweet. There is the translucency of Shimo. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Ultimate Titan Battle Pack from Playmates Toys, supporting the release of Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire. What do we think about these figures in general? Please let me know in the comments below. Let me know which one is your favorite. What figure do you think they repainted the best? You already know what I'm going to say. Godzilla. Undeniable. He just looks so cool. But also, I really, like I said, love what they did with the other Titans, especially Shimo and Skar King's eyes. Absolutely gorgeous. Even Kong's eyes. They redid Kong's eyes, and it's very good as well. So I think they did a great job with all of these figures. Super excited to have this set. Super grateful that I was able to get it pretty quickly and early. And also very grateful once again to my friend Louis Duran for sending me the barcode photo of this item so I could use it. I will show the barcode once more at the end of this video, along with the target product number. If you don't want to use the barcode, if you want to just like call your targets, you can call them and say, I have it's called a DPCI. You can give them this number and they can look it up in their system over the phone using just that number. So I'll flash those two at the very end of this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for more, and we'll see you in the next one.